Worthless, Todd grumbled, tossing the scrapbook onto the counter like it was garbage. My heart sank as I watched him. What's this? He sneered, waving at the handmade album I'd spent weeks crafting. This is your grand gift? A bunch of photos and sappy junk? Pathetic, Lydia. My hands tightened in my lap, but I kept my composure. I thought you'd value something heartfelt, I said. It's our memories, everything we've shared. He scoffed, rolling his eyes. Shared? Spare me the drama. I'm done with your emotional nonsense. You could have gotten something practical, but no, you waste time on this embarrassment. I inhaled deeply, hiding the pain of his words. Todd! No, he cut in, standing, running fingers through his hair. You don't get it. This isn't working. You're not working. I need someone who brings value, not drags me down with this pitiful attempt at sentiment. My stomach nodded. What are you saying? He smirked, arms crossed. I'm done, Lydia. I'm leaving you for Mara. She's 20, vibrant, fun unlike you. His words struck like a blow, but I held my ground. And this is how you tell me? I asked, voice shaky but firm. After I poured my heart into this? He laughed coldly. Your heart's the issue. You're all emotion, no substance. I deserve better. I sat silently, his words echoing. Then unexpectedly I laughed. A genuine, sharp laugh that sliced the room's tension. What's so funny? Todd demanded, eyes narrowing. Still chuckling, I stood, grabbing the scrapbook. You have no idea what you're abandoning. I flipped to the back, pulling out a folded deed. This, I said, holding it up, is the deed to a vacation home I bought for us. A surprise for tonight. Guess that's off now. His jaw dropped. You bought a house. I tucked the deed into my purse, smiling. Looks like Mara won't enjoy it, will she? Todd's expression twisted, disbelief, then panic. You bought a house, he stammered, confidence crumbling. Since when do you make such calls? I tilted my head, smile steady. Since I realized I can't rely on you for anything meaningful, Todd. While you chased excitement with a 20-year-old, I was planning our future. My mistake for thinking we shared that vision. He opened his mouth, but no words came, his gaze darting to the scrapbook, as if realizing what he'd lost. You're overreacting, he said weakly. This changes nothing. Mara and I, you and Mara, I interrupted, shaking my head. I don't care. Take your fun, life, and leave mine. You've made your place clear. I walked to our bedroom, his feeble excuses trailing. Packing a small bag, I paused at the dresser, staring at photos. Our wedding, trips, moments once full of hope, now relics of a life I'd clung to too long. Back in the living room, Todd stood by the door, arms crossed, feigning composure. You're really leaving? He asked, incredulous. I am, I said, brushing past. This is petty, Lydia, he snapped. You'll regret this. At the door, I turned. Maybe, but I won't regret staying where I'm just a joke to you. I stepped into the cool night, his expectations lifting from me. Driving away, deed in my bag, I felt clarity. I deserve better. I went to Grace's, the one person who'd understand without judgment. She opened the door, frowning. What did he do now? Can I come in? I asked, voice steady but weary. She ushered me inside. Kitchen or living room? Kitchen, I said, knowing wine was coming. Soon, we sat at her table, Merlot in hand, her full attention mine. Tell me everything, she said. I recounted the scrapbook, Todd's cruelty, his Mara announcement, and the vacation home. Her jaw dropped. He called you useless after all you've done, then ditched you for a 20-year-old? I nodded, swirling my wine. Classic Todd. Arrogant, assuming I'd take it. Grace grinned. But you didn't. You walked out, kept the house. Good for you, Lydia. Her words shifted something in me. I hadn't just left Todd. I'd escaped years of trying to be enough for him. What's next? Grace asked. I don't know, I admitted. I've been so focused on our marriage, I've lost who I am outside it. She squeezed my hand. You'll figure it out, step by step. Stay here tonight, no arguments. I smiled. Thanks, Grace. That night, on her couch, exhaustion hit, but beneath it was relief. Todd wasn't my burden anymore. I'd bent over backward for him, but now I was free to discover what lay ahead. Morning brought my phone buzzing relentlessly. 6 missed calls, 14 texts from Todd. Where are you? We need to talk. You're being childish, Lydia. The last made me laugh bitterly. He'd walked away, yet accused me of it. Grace entered with coffee. Let me guess, Todd? Bingo, I muttered. He's panicking. What did he expect? She said, setting down the mug. You don't trash someone and expect them to stay. I sipped, nodding. He's not used to consequences, but this time he's not getting his way. Grace grinned. Damn right. Later, a text from Todd. I'll come by the house tonight. We need to sort this. My house. He assumed he could waltz into. I considered replying but recalled Grace's advice. Let him stew. I ignored it, spending the day with Grace, catching up on neglected parts of my life. That evening, Todd's car was in my driveway. I parked on the street, steadying myself. Inside, he paced, angry yet desperate. You finally showed up, he snapped. I live here, I said, setting my purse down. Why are you here? We need to talk, he said, softening. This is out of hand. I crossed my arms. What's out of hand, Todd? Me standing up for myself. Or you realizing Mara's not what you thought? His jaw tightened, but he sat deflating. I messed up, okay? I wasn't thinking. We can fix this. I laughed bitterly. Fix this? This isn't a broken dish, Todd. It's years of you dismissing me, expecting me to smile through it. Lydia. No. I cut in. You chose. Live with it. I grabbed my bag and headed upstairs, leaving him stunned. The next day, I packed Todd's things, left them by the door, and changed the locks. When he returned, smug as ever, I met him outside with a folder. What's this? He asked. Your stuff, I said, pointing to his suitcase, and my lawyer's contact. You'll hear from her soon. His jaw clenched. You're ridiculous, Lydia. You can't survive without me. I smiled faintly. We'll see. He grabbed his things and left, confidence faltering. Over 2 weeks, Todd's absence brought peace. The house felt like home, not a war zone. I dove into work, reconnected with friends, leaned on Grace. Good riddance, she said. He was a leech. You're better off. Doubt crept in at night. Had I done right? But Todd's call erased it. Lydia, he said bitter. Mara's gone. She laughed at me, called me pathetic for throwing you away, for losing the house. I smiled. That must sting. She called me a loser, he spat, for losing what you built. Too satisfying, his arrogance unraveling. And you're calling me because... I made a mistake, he pleaded. Can we talk? I shook my head. No, Todd. You made your bed. I hung up. Silence comforting. The divorce moved swiftly. My lawyer secured my finances, ensuring protection. In her office, reviewing final papers, I felt relief, closure, disbelief. Everything's solid, she said. Todd has no leverage. He knows he can't fight. I smiled. He's learned I'm not the pushover he thought. She chuckled. You've made that clear. Leaving, the weight lifted. That evening, Grace arrived with wine, celebrating. To Lydia, she toasted, who kicked Todd out and reclaimed her life. I laughed, clinking glasses. To Grace, who never said I told you so yet. Not yet, she teased. We talked plans, her adventures, Todd's downfall. Is he still crying over Mara? She smirked. Probably, I grinned. No wife, no house, no mistress. Almost feel bad. Almost, Grace laughed. Alone, I reflected. The old me, desperate for Todd's approval, was gone. I was where I belonged. Weeks later, I visited the vacation home, a lakeside haven I'd bought for us, now mine alone. Nestled among pines, it was cozy, spacious, with stunning views. I spent the weekend settling in, feeling pride. This was my achievement. Grace visited, awestruck. How'd you hide this? Wanted it perfect, I said, and feared Todd would ruin it. It's perfect now, she said. You deserve it. I felt warmth, not just from the sun. Months passed, and I rediscovered myself. Photography, book clubs, travel for joy. Each step rebelled against my old life with Todd. On the deck, wine in hand, I felt no anger, only gratitude for freedom. The house became my sanctuary, shared with friends like Grace. You've transformed, she said by the fire pit. Old Lydia fussed over others. This Lydia's happy, carefree. I laughed. Todd was a leaky bucket, never enough. Freelancing brought freedom. A design firm workshop sparked confidence. Why not start your own business? Their CEO asked. The idea stuck. I launched Phoenix Consulting, Grace's name choice. You've risen from ashes, she said. Every win, clients, reviews, reminded me of my growth. A client offered a keynote speech at a conference. Despite old fears, Todd's mockery of my speaking, I accepted. Backstage, nerves mixed with excitement. I spoke. I'm Lydia. A year ago, I couldn't imagine this. My life was about pleasing someone who didn't value me. Today, I'm here because I chose myself. The audience connected, nodding, noting. Afterward, a woman said, "You inspired me." It's never too late. Her words empowered me. On my deck, I reflected. Heartbreak, betrayal, doubts, they built this journey. Todd was irrelevant, his messages ignored. I'd built a thriving life, one step at a time, my story now mine to write.